Righty. Welcome everybody to round two. We are going to tell the players that they are good to go and get the action started. Crucial round two here. All right, what do we
So
see in D-Dub's hand?
Deedub seems to have a decent opening hand with a two vows, meaning that you can play Felon Vow for Shadow, play Dark Water Vines, and then the turn after play that is a wait that's a Stone Scar vow, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
No, that's a
Got it.
painting. So never mind. Oh no, it is a vow.
They got a vow
Painting
there.
went to the
Yep.
void. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you play a vow turn one and play um you play the Dark Water Vines, and then Vow does say discard a card, which triggers the ultimate on Vines to
Mm-hmm.
mill you 4 more cards.
Nice hand here for Doc
Then
if they can get to deploy it. They just missed the turn 2 Wump, but they have Wump here, Master Conjurer, Primal Etchings, and Pause for Reflection. So if they can get this going, Wump is pretty good against all these 1-drops, though.
I will say that for whatever reason this 1-drop list always makes me tongue tied when I try to describe it. All the cards like Dark Water Vines, for some reason, like every card, it makes me want to talk quickly because the deck's just going so fast. I want to talk so quickly, but also the cards for some reason trip me up more than normal. I don't know. This deck's weird. I blame batteries. It's always his fault.
It's an interesting one, and one of the sweet combos we saw. Unfortunately, there was a bug with Market Officer, but we did see it was pretty cool. Be able to discard from Auto Tread to ping in order to both empty your hand and do the damage to get invasive species. It was really nice synergy there that we saw in the first flight.
Yeah, so Doc can't block right now. It might look like Doc has some free blocks, but Doc does not because Doc is blocking. That's bold
Our blocking is Deedub
considering
gonna
that
discard 3 cards to kill that Conjurer.
100%.
Here we
Deedub is
go.
100% discarding 3 cards.
Who needs cards in hand? We're just gonna discard them all. We're gonna take care of that Master Conjurer and Auto Tread up to a 5/5 here. Another Wump and Measle off the top for Doc. Do we just see double Wump here?
Well,
Fortunately,
double
double
Wump
Wump
is going to
would.
be very good.
It is good. It would die to Auto Tread, correct? But it would be
One of them will. The
one of
other will
them
not.
will. And no snowballs yet. So double Wump
So
is quite
unfortunately,
good.
this it's not going to be as Deedub was planning on potentially putting 2 more cards in the void and then playing this Shadowlands guide
Mm-hmm.
to bring back the Skull Dredger.
Yep.
But
Dredger, yep.
unfortunately, it looks like that he'll have to settle for a 7/7 auto tread and invasive species out of the market. He'll have to
Yep.
settle. It's fine. But you really got to take out this Wump now
You have
because
to. You have
there's
to
no way you
because
can let both Wumps flip.
yeah, because if you don't, both Wumps are gonna flip, and then that's game over. So unfortunately, DW, you have to kill one.
D-dub, friend, amigo, pal, buddy.
Here we go. Okay, solve the line. Solve the line of not letting double Wumps flip.
I mean, but you could have gotten in for 2 extra damage, D-dub.
That's true.
And
That's
you didn't play.
true.
Oh, and you didn't play because okay, so this was actually a pretty major misplay there
Oh no, you
because
could have
if
gotten
you
the
had
invasive
done that
species.
pre-combat, he would have gotten for 2 extra
Oh,
damage and played the species.
wow.
So Doc would be at 9 life, and there'd be an extra 2/1 in play,
That's a good point.
and that may or may not be extremely impactful. Now, it seems like it might not have that much of an effect because
Oof.
Doc's going for double Wump anyways. So
Yeah, with that mirror image, that double Wump, and they're both going to flip here, that's going to be really tough for D-Dub to deal with.
yeah, yeah, Doc will start having 4 damage with
There we
snowballs to
go.
spread around. Wump does not transition, but actually it still would have been really impactful because if Doc was at 9 and D-Dub was attacking, right? If Doc was at 2 less life, D-Dub would be forced to block the auto tread. Although it seems like Doc does have the pause though, so that would have
There you
been
go.
very good
Yep.
anyways. But
That pause for reflection. Here comes that invasive species, thanks to the damage dealt. But pretty good. And, Doc doesn't really care that much about these invasive species. Not when you get 4 snowballs a turn minimum.
nope. Yeah, so Doc is gonna attack with a Wump and put 1 snowball in the auto tread.
Mm-hmm. Yep, one snowball in the auto tread. That means if D-Dub wants to block, lose their auto tread.
I do not know what it is about D-Dub's deck, but like I watch Batteries play the deck a bunch. I was in a voice called Batteries a bunch, and the deck always makes me go fast. This deck just makes me talk fast and think fast, and I'm just
Here goes
oh,
Wump and
another
Mizo
one.
number
Oh my
3.
goodness.
Ouch.
And Gust Trader is not exactly what I want to see versus the Wump Brigade. Yeah,
Not
so
exactly.
the deck of one drops does have a unfortunate weakness to like quad Wump.
Yeah, it turns out when all your units are 1 health, going up against a bunch of Wumps does not
And
match up
Deedub can
super
beat two
well.
Wumps. Deedub can beat two Wumps, but not four Wumps. It looks like.
All right, so Doc28 is going to take game 1. Reminder that these are best of 3, of course. And the team misplays. It's a team event, so it's the first team to 5 match wins. Looks like hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get a third round this time at a score of 2-1. I think that's likely. Here we go for game 2 of Deedub versus Doc28.
Well, this opening hand,
Toss that one
getting shit
back.
back, obviously.
Ooh, again, almost a turn 2 Wump here for Doc. You might keep it just for that. You got a Wump and Mizo, a Primal Symbol, a Crest of Wisdom, so that's depleted for now. And then a Genev Merchant, a Huntress, and a Conjurer. This seems like a keep. It's a little in a petition. You can petition for your land too. It seems like a great keep for Doc.
Doc also on the play, which is great for Doc.
Doc also on the play after that one. And they're going to keep this hand. This hand looks so good for Doc. If they can get an undepleted duel next turn, then they're just going to go off with this turn 2 Wump.
I mean, it is commonly said that Elysian is the best deck in Eternal right now. And, I wouldn't disagree with that assessment.
Here comes the Huntress, so wasn't able to get that, but you're going to see a Wump there on top.
Another Wump.
Another Wump. How many Wumps? One deck Wump. You will see.
Wump Wump.
Comes the Gust Rider with Onslaught. The Elf. There's a Krull. Not the time you wanted to draw that, but that's okay.
Definitely not the time you want to draw that, but, it'll do. I mean, you still get to discard it for free, although it doesn't get any value, sadly. I'm very sad that the card didn't get any value. What can you do, though, exactly?
Petition for a Scout? Yeah, Crest of Wisdom. Not going to play anything this turn anyway. Going to see a petition on the top. That's tough.
Does Doc have power in hand?
No.
Yeah, I don't even keep the next petition. Petition's so slow in this matchup. You can't really afford to play 2 petitions and expect to win the game.
You just gotta hope, I think.
There's the Lurking Sangor, though.
Hey, Doc's got a good hand. Let's see if they can get the power to deploy it. Started a little awkward. This is going nuts.
What's funny is that Deedub got the 1-drop for Shadowlands Guide, but the 1-drop, and 3 damage off the top from Doc. That's huge.
That was brutal. That's the last thing Doc wanted there. Really wanted that 3rd power or that 4th power to deploy the double Wumps.
What is in Deedub's market? So Deedub has a Phoenix Stone, a Swift Refusal, an Open Contract, a No One to Hold 'em. All 4 cards seem fairly decent in this matchup, actually.
Here comes Merchant for Lightning Storm for Doc. That's pretty good here, too.
Yeah.
You leave the elves, though. But
I think if Deedub, I think you go for Phoenix Stone end of turn.
Read Phoenix Stone. It's a 1-cost relic. Pay 3 to transform it into a 4/4 Molten Charge.
You have the 4 power to activate it. Ooh, but no, not doing that. Going for Open Contract. Ooh.
Contract, gonna take that out.
Oh, to kill that directly. I see.
That's gonna do a bunch of damage. It's gonna put Doc down to 6. Now the lightning storm can keep Doc alive. This hand was just so awkward for Doc.
Lightning Storm does get to kill everything.
Okay,
well, everything but 1, rather.
Yeah, thanks to the Huntress, that does actually kill an extra one of the elves.
I hope the elf is a 4/5. Okay, good. The elf is at least a 4/5. So, okay, what Deedub can do here is he can attack and get that Gust Raider to discard
Yeah,
Faceless
discard
one.
faceless one. You love it. You gotta love the synergies of this deck.
I really like that Phoenix Stone line, though.
You would like that Phoenix.
It does the same amount of damage as the Cope and Contract line. You have to keep Phoenix Stone in play.
Shadowlands Guide, as you mentioned, going to get the Onslaught off of the Gust Rider, discard Faceless one, and play it for free. No more Wraths in Doc's hand.
Nope. And
that's unfortunate because that hand was pretty good for Doc. It was just awkward the way it played out.
I mean, basically Petition. Petition is you can't play Petition to this deck. This deck is. It looks like the deck doesn't do much, and then suddenly it does everything because the deck has a bunch of 1-drops and can just fill the board up really quickly on turn 3.
Yeah, having both your power be depleted and not being able to deploy out any 2-drops.
Well, it seems like Doc is stabilizing actually to some extent. Doc's gonna kill the 3/1,
so Doc will have a 4/4. That's nice.
So Doc actually did stabilize. Doc stabilized at 1.
Deedub gonna fly in now. Doc does have Wump and Maveloth Huntress in hand.
If only Deedub had a Phoenix Stone in hand. If only there was a Phoenix Stone in play.
Needs to avoid a Crow off the top, but here we go. Now Deedub with the Onslaught off the Gust Rider. They find a way to deal one more damage.
At this point, Deedub should never concede, by the way.
Yeah, no, of course. Okay, Snowball's good too for Doc.
Another Snowball. That's so bad for Deedub.
Now, can you... This is nice. So you can Huntress. The one line would be Huntress to Plunder to Treasure Trove. Oh, you can't... He doesn't have power. Can't do it that line. That would have been a way to get another spell.
Does Doc not have a second spell in hand?
No.
Oh. You lucked out there. Okay, there's an invasive species.
Yeah, I was really hoping he could do the Huntress line to get the Trove, but with no power in hand, can't actually make a Treasure Trove. Okay, Doc.
Should I mention Phoenix Stone here?
We should mention that Doc needs to win this game before he finds a Krull.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, how many cards does Doc have in library?
A lot, but 59. So pretty low odds, but it's there.
So there's a 2 in 59 chance. There's a 2 in 59. There's a 2 in 6. There's a 1 in 30, which is what 3% kind of 3% every turn.
Change your name to Hypergeometric Calculator here. But... All right, Huntress. A 5/4. Doc starting to stabilize. Can Doc come back and win this game at 1?
Doc is stabilized, but Doc is dangerous.
Does Deedub have any... Well, it's got a Face Aegis anyway, but does Deedub have any direct damage? Not really. I guess the auto treads.
Yeah, auto tread plus 2 cards in hand is lethal.
Oh, icy Gaze. Oh no. Icy Gaze will stun. And that's lethal. Wow.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Incredible.
That was a pretty close one. We've gotten very fortunate with some really nice matches here so far in this third flight. That was awesome.
Icy Gaze for lethal.
Wow.
My word. What a card. What a game.
What a game. I believe that's just 1-1 though, so we're going to be going to a game 3 here between these two players.
It all came down to that petition. Petition's so bad in this matchup.
It's actually kind of amazing that Doc was even in that game at the end because it was so awkward, got so beat down at the start. Nothing was cooperating at the beginning of that game. And it was just enough to not be able to handle.
Yep. Just also not having the second spell that one the second time, Although, that they didn't have an extra spell in hand, like one thing, although, in a different direction, if one other thing had been differently on
right.
Deedub's side, it would have just been an overwhelming blowout instead of this close game, right? So, in either direction, right? That's how card games play out.
Yeah, you can play the what if game all day, but at the end it doesn't really matter.
What if bees flew out of my ears? What would you do then, Telemachos?
See if they're in again.
So of course, one of the interesting things about Doc's list and Legion in general is that insignias are trash now, except for shadow insignias.
Okay.
because you can't play Legion Insignia if you're playing Krull.
Oh, that's
So you just
true.
go back to
Kroll,
seat.
Kroll. There is some downside to Kroll, which is messing with your
Yep.
insignias, I guess. Some cost there. All right, Deedub on the play. Going to start out with Darkwater Vines. Doc has another good hand, but a little bit slower. Has Master Conjurer, Pause for Reflection, Equivocate, and a Snowball.
Oh, Deedub once again unlucky with these Krulls.
Yeah,
Like
that
if the Krull had
awkward.
been one turn later, he would have had that mill 4 and presumably get a unit in the void.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't have been a great unit, but it would have been a unit. Deedub
Yeah,
just
that
not
awkward
getting the
timing on that
cards they
Kroll,
want
but
to see
this
in
is
the
all
void.
right. Shadowlands Guide.
Yeah, Shadowlands
Good
Guide
here.
for
I already had
Gust
actually I
Rider.
already had one in hand anyway, but another Shadowlands Guide. Missed
The
that.
second one's not going to be bad though. That's one of their only ways to have value in this deck. So you know what? I
I
think
like this.
he'll
I
take
really
it.
like this combo with the onslaught on Gust Rider. Ooh, interesting.
Goodbye, Krull.
Yeah, see
Ooh,
a
do you want to
Kroll.
discard Icy Gaze for value?
Yeah, you know.
Sadly, not this turn.
All right, here comes Master Conjurer. Doc
That's
does
one of
have
the.
Pause for Reflection and Snowball in hand, and a second Master Conjurer if they want to get really greedy and play one out and wait. But see,
I think you gotta like go for the condemn open contract here.
Master Conjurer does need 6 Primal, so not actually even going to be able to do that next turn unless they draw a Primal
Yes.
symbol off the top.
No. One regular power
Oh, I
plus an
guess if they
attack.
attack, sure. If they attack, then they can just do either one, but that's off the table now.
I mean, yeah, the other cute line behind the open contracting. Yeah, one. I guess Icy Gaze also does a similar thing there. Uh, the other cute line behind the Icy Gaze though is that it would mean, um, if you did the other line, put the invasive species back in the market, you can
Mm-hmm.
then pull it out of the market eventually because it has bargain.
Mm-hmm.
Not that that will do
All
very
right.
much, but
Dem
so
here
we'll
to
see
go
what
to the market.
presumably for this open contract. Or what else is in the market?
Yep, open contract.
Um,
Yep. I
yeah,
believe Phoenix Stone is in the market.
yeah. I think so. Looks like there is this pause for reflection.
That's going to take out
Doc is
that
not going
Master
to use it.
Conjurer. Doc's in
So
trouble here.
if you want to go for Phoenix Stone, you should play it this turn. But Phoenix Stone's not necessarily that good with versus Master Conjurer
Doc's going to bounce that invasive species. The awkward thing about that is you don't really want to bounce the Shadowlands Guide or the Gust Rider.
or the Darkwater Vines
Or the
for that
Darkwater
matter.
Vine. All right, no one to hold them. Are we Krillin here?
We're gonna Krull 4. We're gonna get Krull take 3.
We're going to
We're
get
gonna make
Krull,
two
take
4/4s.
3. And then we're going to get, yeah, Snowball we've got.
7
All right.
cost Krull. That's busted.
Now stabilizing at 8's a little better than stabilizing at 2.
Yes, for sure.
Primal Symbol
For
going to go to the
sure.
bottom. Here comes a Snowball. Got the Gust Rider, and here's a pair of 4/4 Storm Dancers.
And that's pretty much the game right here. I don't think Deedub has any catch-up Well, I know the deck definitely doesn't have any catch-up mechanisms in the deck. So that's I believe that is all she wrote. Although you can keep playing for the out of Doc drawing 2 Krulls in a row. Or Doc
After
can always
drawing
misplay
one.
as well. Well, I guess no. Actually, okay. Actually, here's what you do. You keep playing because Doc could draw a Krull, and then you could draw a auto tread. Would be another way
Yep.
to win the game.
Auto tread, yep.
So I do think Deedub should keep playing because Deedub does have outs because Krull exists, but Deedub cannot win a normal game anymore.
It's gonna be tough. Another close one. The Legion deck just trying to stabilize at a low life, and that thanks to Krull. I mean, before the days of Krull, this would have been really hard to come back from. But being able to get that other Conjurer back and get 2 4/4s thanks to that no one to hold him Krull package, the reason it's in the deck for sure.
Yep.
Push X not to die. Thank you so much for the follow. I apologize if I missed you there.
Please push X in chat, everyone, so that way you do not die. Of course, the tricky thing is Doc does have to make moves because Doc is afraid of losing to their own Crow, but they can't attack with too much because that could be the thing that costs them the game. Man, and Deedub just not getting a break with these mills this game. Like we've seen over and over again, he milled like 6 cards and put 1 unit in the void, and that was Gust Rider, which was, to be fair, a decent unit, especially at the time, but not really what Deedub wanted to see was another snowball.
Another snowball's good there. Now I'm going to start attacking here,
Ooh.
and then going to just go ahead and equivocate there. Going to get 2 more 4/4s. And
I'm going to equivocate my own 5-drop.
Technically lethal here. Doc's presenting lethal, but yeah, this is so tough. Yeah, Icy Gaze. This is so tough because Deedub was so close.
End of turn Icy Gaze.
It looks like it's going to fall just short because now Doc can just accelerate. And they've even got Doc's got a Dazzle in hand, so he can hold that up if anything goes wrong. Although Dazzle's funny that it kind of misses a lot of the 1-drops.
Dazzle is garbage in this matchup. Yeah. Dazzle does actually nothing in this matchup.
it can stun your Soul Dredger.
Not if the Soul Dredger costs 1.
Ah, true. Does it permanently change its cost?
Yep.
Doc saying attacking with everything here. Doc's got Wump and Mizo in hand, got 2 Hurlers, got a Dazzle.
Oof, I do not like that Icy Gaze there. Although it actually doesn't matter because Doc did play power, so it didn't matter in the end. But yeah, if you're Deedub, I think you really want to draw Auto Tread and you want to ping him twice. Oh, that's right. Doc.
Look, Doc, hey, you got Phoenix Stone. This is what you want. This is what you've been waiting for all night.
Yeah, look, it's an out. It's an out. Look, Deedub found the out and played to an out.
And Doc found the one target for Dazzle in the deck.
The one target for Dazzle.
And that's gonna be it. Wow, well played.
But Doc didn't even draw the curl anyways. So, but I like the Deedub played to the out though.
No, that was super close match, and congratulations to Doc28 on winning that. That was something. That was one of the best matches. I think we said that last round, but that was 2 of the best matches we've had all day there. All right, everyone. Well, this is the moment you've been waiting for. And Stormblast, I've got some news for you. It sure is a good thing that Doc28 won that game because the other 2 matches, the Misplay won, and they were up to 4 before that match. So it is now 4-2 advantage.